Today's guest is going to tell us all about STEM Girl Swag. She is a teen entrepreneur that has started a movement, y'all. Also, have y'all heard about the awesome event coming up for people who are in grad school or prospective grad students? We're going to talk all about it in just a little bit on STEM Media Live. Stay tuned. What's going on, fam? It's me. Welcome to STEM Media Live. This is the place we chat with some of the most inspirational and creative people in the STEM community. And guess what? Today is no exception. That's why I'm so excited. I'm your host, Dr. Nee. Dr. Nehemiah Mabry as well. And I'm excited because this particular guest today is someone that I've been admiring, so inspiring, starting so many awesome things online, showing you how cool science really is. And I can't wait to bring her on and introduce her to y'all. But check it out, y'all. Y'all know how we do. Before we kick things off, our first segment of the show, which is, did you see that? Did you see the Graduate School Success Virtual Summit that's coming up June 14th through 16th? Our friends over at Black and Grad School are hosting a virtual summit. If I'm not mistaken, this is their 4th annual virtual summit, and it's free, y'all. We got a lot of people who just graduated college. We got people who will be graduating in the coming year, and they're thinking about grad school. So check this out, right? June 14th to 16th, 3 days. They're calling all scholars. If you're heading into grad school this fall, if you're in grad school, then this summit is for you. It's a perfect opportunity to get ahead over the summer, learn from scholarly heavyweights, sharing their expertise about school life balance, mental and physical wellness, organization, personal finance, and more. This summit is great for current grad students as well. And we just want to boost your motivation before the end of the year. So check it out. Here's my friend, Alante. Shout out to Alante Whitmore, who is the founder and creator of Black and Grad School, doing an incredible event. And again, it's free, y'all. How is it free? Well, they got sponsors. I'm saying we, because I feel it. I was actually a speaker last year, but I really believe in this. Bumble, that's right. The app Bumble is a sponsor of this. Non-Tradish, as well as a presenting sponsor, the professor is in. So I need y'all to go to graduateschoolsummit.com. If you're thinking about grad school, if you know anybody that's in grad school, and tell them they have to sign up for this free Black and Grad School event. Some individuals who are working on the team to put this together. Again, there's our friend Alante. And if you go to the website and you just click on About, you can click on Register for the summit. And here's what you would do. You register. Then when the time comes, next Monday, June 14th, you just join the session. And I'm telling you, last year, I know they had like afterglows and times you can connect with other people. And this is one of those online events that you don't want to miss if you happen to be a person who is going into grad school. Make sure you tell everybody, because this is a fantastic event. Again, Bumble, Non-Tradish, the academic designer, another sponsor of theirs. And if you get a chance right now, what you can do right now, in addition to signing up, is go on to Instagram and follow them. Follow them. You can get a peek at some of the people that will be presenting. Shout out to Future Doctors is on the lineup. We got a lot of people, the Academic Society. Y'all make sure y'all go and follow them on Instagram. And again, you do not want to miss this. Right now, go to gradschoolsummit.com and be a part of it. And that concludes our segment of, did y'all see that? All right, family, without further ado, what we're about to do right now is bring on our special guest for the evening. Let me tell you a little about her. Her name is Temple Lester. She goes by JustTemple on Instagram. She's an award-winning 14-year-old creator of STEM Girl Swag. That's right. And she's an inventor of the STEM Swag Box. She is an entrepreneur, public speaker, and STEM advocate. She expressed interest in science at a very, very early age, and we're going to learn a lot about that. But check this out. She is captivated by stars, planets, galaxies, all of that. She wants to be an astrophysicist one day so that she can understand the universe and our place in it. And so we're excited to hear and just to glean a little bit about that, a little bit of that inspiration, that aspiration, and that passion today. So please, you all do me a favor. as we present to some and introduce to others, none other than our guest for this evening, Miss Temple Lester.
Hi.
How you doing, Temple?
Hi, Dr. Nee. I'm so excited to be on here. I'm excited to talk to you all. It's a little late for me. I'm a
Is
little
it? Okay.
kid. I may go to sleep. I really don't go to sleep early, but my parents tell me to. But I'm so excited to be here, talk about myself, talk to you.
Yes, I'm excited to have you, and I promise you, you can tell the family I'm not gonna keep you up too late. Are you still in school, by the way? Is school out for you, or you still got a couple more weeks?
School's been out. School's been out. It's been out since May 19th for me. I got
Okay,
out a little earlier than everybody else. So
got
I'm
you.
gonna brag on that in front of my
All
friends.
right, all right. Well, hey, you've been in summer vibes already. A STEM girl summer. You know what I'm saying?
Them girl swimming. That's the move. Them. I'll have to add that as a hashtag on
Hey,
my.
go ahead, go ahead. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Well, let's do this, Temple. Again, there's so much I want to ask you. I want to learn more about you. But let's kick things out the way we normally do, and we ask a random fun fact about our guests. This is sort of break the ice. So, give us a random fun fact about you.
Ooh, okay. So here's one that's really something that's going on right now. Is that I've been featured in the Smithsonian twice.
What?
So that's
The museum.
like the museum, the African American Museum specifically for my National History Day documentary. And this year it's been featured, and last year it was featured. So.
Oh my goodness. So did you get to go see it? Because I know they've been doing virtual tours since the pandemic. You haven't got up there yet?
So I haven't been to DC to see it. I would have been if COVID didn't hit. I would have taken like a week trip for this competition, for the ceremony, the parties with it, and to see my
Yeah.
documentary displayed at the Oprah Winfrey Theater. So that would have been
Wow.
cool. It didn't happen last year. It didn't happen this year. But hopefully next year we'll be able to go, and it will be
Absolutely.
featured. I'll be in DC.
Oh, well, listen, that is awesome. I don't think I've had anything quite as impressive when it comes to that fun fact. But congratulations to you for that. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I think that is so dope because you're only 14, right? 14 years old.
I just turned 14 in March. So
14 years old, already featured in Smithsonian twice. Shout out to Ruffin Neurolab saying, hi, Temple. Hey, Temple. We got a lot of people in here watching us. So let's talk about it then. 14, to have done so much, to have already awards and the accolades and being featured. When do you remember, like the earliest time you remember being like interested in this thing called science at all?
I don't remember it because it's just always been me. Like how I don't remember stuff back when I was 2.
Yeah.
Science just always been me. But I think the first thing that I really recall is at my grandma's house when I used to stay. I would stay there weeks, and she lives 15 minutes from me, so I would stay there weeks at a time during the summer. And I would go in her driveway, and I would get rocks, and I would wash rocks. So during quarantine last year, she pulled out an old coffee can. She said, "I still have some of your rocks here from." I was like, "Oh my god!" So I love water. I love soap. I also turned my dad's man cave into my science lab when I was like 5 to do experiments. When I was watching my good science shows, I always loved some science shows, or would go to Toys R Us back when Toys R Us was there. I would find me some science kits and play with them. I still have some of them and the instructions. And aka the man cave, aka my science lab,
aka man cave, aka shout out to your dad, because I know like part of him was probably like, yo, this is my man cave, but then on the other hand it's like, but she got something here, she got something going here. So shout out to him for allowing his man cave to be turned into your science lab. And so did you always like present it, or were you like initially sort of like shy? Was like, when did you begin to start saying, I'm gonna start showing the world that this is me and this is what I do?
I think when I created my company, that's when I really said that. When I was 9 years old, I created JustTemple, and I created it to do fun science videos and DIYs on YouTube and Instagram to share kind of my story. And I wanted my peers to be interested in STEM because a lot of them weren't, especially my girls. My friends, they weren't really interested as I was. So I started kind of wanting to push them to it and wanting to introduce science to more people.
I got you. You was like, yo, I can't keep this fun to myself. I got to get everybody else in.
Yeah.
So are your parents or anybody in your family like into STEM or STEM careers or anything like that?
I say everything STEM, really everything. Okay. And my mom, she's a psychotherapist, so she has to do in psychology. My dad works with money and finances and renovation. So all of that is science. My cousin's a graphic designer. He designs
Yes.
all my stuff. He's a
Okay.
graphic designer. So all of it is science. All of it is kind of just all around me. But I say everything around you is science.
Got you. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, the world we living in, I mean, science is embedded in everything we're doing. Shout out to your mom too, by the way. She was really instrumental in helping us get this together and make this happen.
She's my monitor. She's everything. She's kind of my chauffeur. She's my Uber driver, as she says. She's everything that kind of coordinates it, being my mom, kind of fighting for me that I can't do because I'm still a kid and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, you super mature, and y'all, if you're watching this live and you don't know, this is Temple Lester, aka JustTemple, who I just found out started her company at 9 years old. Wow, JustTemple, that's pretty impressive. What was sort of like the idea behind JustTemple? Like, what was sort of that?
Well, JustTemple has always been around. My first thing ever was that I was going to write a book series, and that didn't work out. And I'm happy it didn't, because I wouldn't be doing what I did now. The book would be my thing and not this.
Yeah.
But JustTemple's kind of always that I'm JustTemple. I'm an only child too. So that JustTemple kind of came in like, it's just me. Hey.
Okay, got you. So I was going to ask that too, if were you the only child? And but yeah, that makes sense. JustTemple. So being the only child, do you feel like there are times when you have been able to just kind of like really let your mind explore, because you may not have had, like, I don't know, the siblings that may be getting in your stuff, or just a lot of distractions, or maybe what have you learned, or what do you feel has been unique about your experience as being the only child?
Well, my mom always has said is that if I had a sibling, then I wouldn't have all the stuff I would have. That she would have to have split time. Like my other sibling would have to have more kind of like do the same thing I do. We have to find their passion and make it a company. So I'm kind of happy because I get my own attention and I don't have to worry about like having someone have the same event on my day, or having to have my parents with split attention. And I know I used to be upset about being the only child. I always wanted a sister. I always have kind of imaginary siblings.
Yeah.
But I'm happy it turned out the way it did. So
I got you. You love the life you're living. I love it. Yeah, I have 2 daughters, and man, I just really want them to be exposed to you. They're very young right now, Temple. They're like 2 and 4. 2 and 4. Yeah. So we're gonna definitely have to get them on the STEM Girl Swag movement pretty soon here.
Merch, they need some boxes.
Ooh, yeah. I love it. Yeah, they're 2 and 4. And the oldest one is so curious, right? Like she's getting to everything. And that was you? Were you super like curious?
Is always my word. Like when me and my cousins would sleep over in my grandma's house, we'd be the curious group. We'd go ask questions. But I've always kind of asked questions just to anybody, especially my parents. I want to know the answers. I want to show my parents what I learned at school. I know there's video footage we were going over through quarantine, and I was just laughing so hard at myself because I was trying to teach my dad what I learned at school. I was trying to sit him down and pretend like he was one of my students, and just being curious and just asking all those questions and trying to figure out and find out about the things that you don't know about, or the things that you're interested in, really led me on the path I am now to give those questions. And Neil deGrasse Tyson once said, an adult scientist is just a kid who never lost their curiosity. So
that's deep. Yeah. Shout out to Neil deGrasse Tyson. And I see you taking that to heart too, because that curiosity is huge, right? That's how we get in. That's how we discover stuff. Because here's what I feel like people say about science a lot, right? Sometimes people are like, why are we doing this? Or they don't really see the merit, right, in certain things, particularly like your interest in astrophysics. People talk about the universe and stuff. Sometimes people don't understand the merit or the value in something until we discover it. And then it's like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. And so it really takes a person like you or anybody who's really curious to say, I'm going to go see what's on the other side. I'm going to pull back the rocks. I'm going to pull back the curtain. And we've had so many advances in just for our human race, right? As a result of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What inspires you though? Like, are there any like TV shows or like just any role models that you have in your life that really, when you look at it, you're just like, yo, that's me right there. I'm going to keep going.
I have so many people that I find influential to me. I'm a big pop culture celebrity guru, so I have a lot of people in the industry that I kind of look up to, or scientists that I look up to, like Ida Eisler, who is an African American astrophysicist. Like I want to be. Or my mom, of course, is my number one role model for everything that she does. She's the first person I ever saw public speak. She let me come up on stage with her when I was 3 years old at this really big event. And that's my real first time public speaking. So I credit her for a lot of the things and being that influence for me. And just like people out there who I think are so cool, like Oprah, of course, I know is a big one, but having the TV show and talking to people, just so many people that I look up to in the industry and what they do, not just what their careers are, but what they do with that and what they do with their fame.
Yeah. No, that's really important because impact, there's people get clout and people get, a lot of notoriety. In fact, you've been able to, expose over 100,000 people to STEM, right? Yeah. And that's fantastic. And it's important because you're not doing this just for you, because you honestly believe that there's something you have to offer other people and to really enhance their lives and inspire them. And that's one of the things, so I do public speaking myself. That's one of the things I love the most about it, right? To be able to really pour into people's lives and get their eyes open and really open their minds to what's possible. And I got to ask you this is just, I guess, from one public speaker to another. How excited are you to get back on the stage, or have you been on a physical stage lately?
I have not been on a physical stage yet, but I am so excited. Things are starting to kind of open back up. I'm excited to go speak to people some more and go see people and actually feel that energy more than through a screen. But I will say that this technology advancement over the past year has led me to some places I never thought I could go, or I could do a Zoom from Atlanta, which I live, where I am from, and talk to a class of 7th graders in San Francisco, or talk to people in DC and Florida, and send my boxes nationally and internationally. But there is an in-person talk I'm doing coming up in July. So we're going to see how this goes.
Oh, okay. So whoever's going to be attending that is in for a treat. I already know. Sounds like that's going to be a fantastic event. And your mom, you said your mom public speaks as well. So I'm sure she kind of gives you pointers here and there and help you sharpen your presentation.
Yep. She's been, I'm going to say she's been doing this for a while. So she's been doing this for a while. I know her first thing back in person is this week. So I'm going with her there, which I'm so excited for, because I always kind of help her out. She sells her books and everything. So I'm that person working at the book place while she's over there talking and influencing people. But yeah, my mom, she always gives me pointers. She always kind of tells me kind of, hey, this is really good of what you said. You should say this more. Hey, you can't say the same thing you used to say when you first started and now you're going to high school.
Yeah. She's encouraging growth and development. And look, I want to do this. I want to give a shout out to your mom, because again, she played an instrumental role, and her brand it has purpose in it, right? Because I'm all about engineering purpose. What's the name of her brand, real quick?
Brand is the Purpose Project. I like to say I am the influence for that.
The purpose. Say it again. The Purpose Project.
The Purpose Project. Her @ is Jennifer Lester on all platforms. She's a psychotherapist, life coach, hypnotherapist, public speaker, everything. She's everything.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, I'm all about purpose. That's something that's really important to me. In fact, here at STEM Media, we're working on a project, or a mantra sort of with the things I've been doing has been like engineering your purpose, right? And so I really believe that it's important to have purpose, to have intent, to have a reason, not only recognizing for yourself, but then sort of your motivations. Like, we're not out here just kind of going with the flow. Like, there's a purpose behind the things we do. So I really love that she has the Purpose Project. And so I want to show her love really quick. Y'all check out the Purpose Project as well. And getting back to you, Temple, as it relates to STEM Girl Swag, and we're going to get into that, right? We're going to get into the product for sure. But here's one of the things I want to ask you about too, like being so young, being, a 14-year-old, ninth grade? Ninth grade?
I'm going to ninth grade in August.
Okay. Got you. So you just graduated then?
I just finished middle school. 8th grade, very difficult. Just I switched schools during COVID, so I didn't know anybody. I literally don't know anybody from my grade last year. Like I don't have anybody's phone numbers. It's just a year that went by that I won't even talk about in the future, honestly. But so I just completed middle school. I'm off to high school, which I am so excited.
Oh, man.
out. And I'm going back.
Listen, high school is gonna be a great experience for you, and you're from the A, so like I got family in Atlanta, and like everybody that I know from Atlanta, they got high school stories. So I'm sure you're gonna have some high school stories in the
My
next 4
parents
years.
got high school stories too. They're both from here originally. So I mean,
So
we all
it's only right.
yeah, it's only right. It's only right that so yeah. So
I
we're gonna have
love it.
fun.
I love it. I love it. So shout out to everybody in A again. I got family down there. Shout out to the Hawks doing their thing.
The Hawks, oh my God, that game scared me so much today. I called them. It was everybody saying that it was about to be a true Atlanta game because the Falcons love to mess up in the fourth quarter.
Oh man,
and the Hawks were about to do that, but we pulled it in. We won.
I know. Didn't want to. That lead was dwindling. Awesome. Well, here's what I want to ask you again before we move on to some more of the details of your business. One of the things I admire about you, right? I've seen you on Instagram doing your thing, and we talked about this how Instagram Live, and we used to do this show solely on Instagram Live until we branched out on YouTube. But I've seen you have Instagram Lives with a number of people, right? Mm-hmm. And you've been able to bring not only other teen entrepreneurs in STEM, but people of all ages together on your platform. And so I have two questions, and maybe you can kind of break this down for us. One, tell us a little about some of the objectives and things you're trying to do as it relates to bringing those people on your platform. And then two, what have you learned about leadership, right? Like I want to ask you, the 14-year-old leader, what have you learned about leadership that you can maybe share with some of the audience as it relates to being sort of a front person in sort of a movement like this?
Okay, so to answer your first question, all the people that I bring on have been women in STEM or women that are just doing so many incredible things, from women on TV talking about STEM to African-American women. I had an ornithologist on there who was featured in CNN's article about Black bird watchers, and I had an analog astronaut on there. I just had all my people have been women, so I've been trying to promote them. They promote me. We all become like close and always repost each other's stuff, but just sharing their story with people and allowing them to talk about themselves while interviewing and while they interview me back, I think, and just having a conversation about what they do and why it's important. And always, my thing is that if you can see it, you can be it. So showing those women doing these incredible things and showing these minority women doing these incredible things is what I do. And can you ask me the second question again?
No, it's all good. It's all good. You definitely answered that first and you bodied it. And I just want to give a quick shout out. We got a comment. Shout out to the Classy Chemist, one of our past guests. She said you spoke to her young girl mentees and they were inspired by you. Such a powerhouse. So I love it.
I love the Classy Chemist. Hi.
Yes.
But yes.
So the next question was leadership. And I really want you to, things you learned, whether it's from your mom or your own experience of really like just leading things, because you are a leader. I see you as a leader and you're going to do so many great things. Obviously you're on your way, but what lessons have you already picked up as it relates to leading the pack and leading the movement?
Well, leadership is a big thing. I feel like most people find those leaders, and the leaders are those idols that you look up to, and the leaders are the people who inspire you. And I just learned many different lessons. I learned that as a person, it's okay to fail, and your fails just build up bigger triumphs for you.
Yes.
Positivity is the biggest thing ever. You want to keep positivity around you. You want to make sure your circle is positive. You don't want to be friends with somebody who dims your light. And the last thing I've learned is don't wait to start. You can be 9 years old like I was. You can be in high school. You can be 50 years old, but start it. If you have this idea, write it down, do your research, and figure out if you can do it. And if you can do it, you should and do it.
Oh, that's value right there. Y'all gotta give some love in the chat. Yeah, if you're watching this on replay, you gotta make sure you put it in the comments and go check her out and let her know that she just gave some fire right here on STEM Media Live. I think that's great. Don't wait to start. I can tell you so much that like I've learned when it comes to like waiting, because like time is gonna keep passing.
Yeah.
And then one of the things I always hear people say, Temple, is like, man, if only I had started like a year ago, And there's a quote. And I don't know if you've heard this too, because I know you have like a lot of inspirational quotes in your head, but like there was like, what's the best time to plant a tree? A best time was 10 years ago. When's the second best time? Today. You know what I mean? So I just love that you said that. And I really got a feeling that there are a lot of people who are watching this or will see this that is going to really take that to heart. So thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So check this out, Temple. We do this segment on our show where we go ahead and pull up like, hey, Miss, and you kind of break it down for us. And we want to talk, of course, about your company, STEM Girl Swag, and your product and all that. And so that's going to constitute today's segment of School Me. School Me. School Me. Hey, all right. I see you feeling it. All right, let's talk about it. We got a picture right here on the screen of the Temple Lester holding the STEM swag box. Yeah. And what I understand is this is your flagship product of your company. So why don't you go ahead and break it down for us? What is this all about?
Well, the STEM swag box is the coolest science kit ever. I have it right here with me.
Ooh,
it's the coolest science kit ever. It's full of 7 fun experiments. The box is for all ages, no matter how big, how small. You can have fun with science. And the goal of it is just so that STEM and science is fun, or to show it to people, because I already know it, and everything around you is science, and everything around you is fun. But this is actually telling you that it's fun. My favorite part about the box is this photo of me on the back. I'm gonna try to figure out where. Yeah, right here. It's this photo of me on the back because, as I said, if you can see it, you can be it. So if there's a little girl that looks just like me, that's never seen anybody that looks like her doing something she wants to do, she sees me, and I can be that inspiration for her.
Yes, you can absolutely be this inspiration for her. And I just look at this picture right here, and you just look so joyous and happy. And this is a really nice picture, by the way, of you and your product here. And I was looking at online, right? This kind of getting the idea about it, and I got this from your website right here. The STEM swag box. STEM education is in a fun way, and so you got like magnetic slime kit.
Yeah, magnetic slime is the fan favorite.
Okay.
I invented the slime trend because that was the first ever YouTube video I did for JustTemple, and it was a year before the slime craze. So everybody
get it right, y'all. Get it right. Temple started that. You know what I mean? She started the wave. I love it. Magnetic slime, LED light paper circuit. That's another project.
Yes, it is one. I do it all the time. It was the most difficult for me to learn personally. It took me quite a few times to do it. I didn't want to do it with groups at some point because I was like, this is difficult. But I do it with groups, and I made a card with it. You can it's just LED battery circuit. So it's a circuit, and you got your LED light. You can light it up.
Boom, boom. Earth Science Project, forensics, and much more. And what was the inspiration for this? Like, how did you get all this together in your head to even produce it?
Well, I mean, it was hard. I had to get my STEM brain working, but the inspiration was because I played with science kits when I was younger. And as I said, in my dad's man cave that I turned into my science lab, that's what I would do. I would have all these boxes and all these kits to do science. And I was like, hey, why not make my own?
Make your own and let other people enjoy it, right? I love it. And you did a you did a GoFundMe campaign and was able to raise over $5,000 for youth and the supplies for your workshops. Was that when you first launched it, or was that?
That was when I first launched. So I first launched this holiday time 2019, so in November of 2019, and I started off a GoFundMe to help donate these boxes to kids in my community, to give them science at home and to give them science by themselves. And my goal is to expose youth to science. So that's what I did with my GoFundMe. I gave away boxes to over 100 youth. Mm-hmm. So that's what the whole GoFundMe program was about.
Was all about. And look, we're gonna do a hard sell real quick. Shout out to people watching this. We got some people. Aisha Martin coming through supporting.
That's my science teacher from the 8th grade. I found her.
Wow. How you doing, Miss Martin? Welcome to STEM Media Live. And we're gonna do a hard pitch right now. So $24.99. Go get it today, right? Just go to your website.
Go to my website. It's JustTemple.com. Here's the kit. Here's how it looks with the 7 experiments, not right after you open it because it comes with instructions.
Gotcha.
A little bookmark. I have my bookmarks here. This is the old one. But yeah, go to my website. It's JustTemple.com. Go to my Instagram page at JustTemple. It's a link in my bio. You can go find all my products there. I have my merch, which is my STEM Girl swag, all my science involved shirts. So that's the STEM swag shop, everybody.
Yeah. So speaking of your merch and stuff, I saw this picture as well. You did a partnership with Girl Scouts?
I'm a Girl Scout myself.
Okay.
8 years almost since I was in first grade. I did a partnership with Girl Scouts to what was it called? Well, it's like what I would take to the moon with me or what I would take to Mars with me. So I have all my stuff in there. I have my NASA ex-coach backpack that I love to take. I have my books, my Bob Ross, which everybody liked. It's called a moon kit. Everybody loved my Bob Ross kind of painting book, my Girl Scouts bottle, my Magic 8 Ball, my record player with my Ariana Grande.
Oh, you got a record player? I love it.
Yes, I have my record player. It's right here. If you can kind of see this thing, this is my record player right here. Because this is my room. This background is in my room. I love space. I want to be an astrophysicist. Yes.
I love it. So you got everything on here. Cool. All right, so I check this out. I have one more picture I'm gonna bring up, but since we already talked about the STEM Girl swag, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude our segment, y'all. That concludes our segment of School Me. All right, coming down to the end. Remember this?
Yeah. See that picture? I don't exactly remember. What?
You don't remember this picture?
I don't, but I know it's Christmas. My mom is she's the director, the executive director of Big Kids Foundation, which is Big Boy of Outcast Foundation. So I grew up knowing him as Uncle Big. And
oh my goodness.
Which is my nickname that all my kind of family friends call me. They call me Tim. But I think I was 4 and it was at a Big Kids event. I have so many fun memories at Big Kids event from when I was younger. My most fond one is at a Big Kids with Ludacris's foundation, and I grew up and had to go home. It was at a car racing place. I don't know. I got sick and I had to leave with my dad. He didn't want to go, but he had to take care of me.
Had to go. Yeah. I just had to show this. I thought it was pretty dope. You did a what could Big Boy be telling me in this picture? I was like, I don't know. He probably spitting some. He giving you an insight to a new verse or something really quick.
Give me some verses. Give me okay, I hear you. I got you. Let me zip my mouth really quick.
I know, right?
What's coming out.
Awesome. Well, coming down towards the the end of my chat, this has been so good. Like you have so much I think that is inspiring. That's so dope. I really agree with your teacher. It says, Temple is passionate, inspiring STEM girl who is doing amazing things. We definitely agree with you, Ms. Martin. But yeah, as we get ready to start coming towards the end of this, can you tell us some of the things that you hope to accomplish in the future, Temple? Like as you envision, obviously you're going to be you are going to be an astrophysicist one day. We're going to go ahead and speak that. But in between that time, what are some of the other things that you see coming down the pike that you hope to achieve, and how can we kind of stay in touch?
Well, I always ongoingly want to achieve exposing people to STEM, exposing girls and minorities and youth to STEM. But also I have my dreams of being an influencer, which I do. I influence people, but being really big, my TV show, always the thing that I'm just going to accomplish. Like that's just on my thing. I have my whole bucket list of things on my phone for when I have my fame. And then I have my bucket list for now, what I can do while I am increasing my fame.
I love it.
Of course, going to high school, graduating high school, going to college, graduating college. I love to do a summer camp with STEM media.
What? Did you just hold on now? We might have to we're gonna have to work that out. You get your people. I know you got your people. I have my people call your people. We can work something out. I think we can work something out.
Yeah.
That's dope. Let me ask you this: how can people follow you? Like, where are all the places you live online? Before we get some other advice from you before we head out. But how can people follow you?
Well, my home is Instagram. My Instagram is JustTemple, JustTemple. If you go there, you can find my website, JustTemple.com. You can find ways to contact me. Come and DM me if you saw this. I would love to talk to everybody watching this. You can follow my story, follow my journey, which is on my Instagram page. I have my YouTube page, hashtag STEM Girl Swag. Find all the STEM girls out there that celebrate their swag and show that just because I'm smart and just because I'm a nerd doesn't mean I can't look dope. So
Oh, that's facts. That is facts. That's big facts right there. I appreciate you for dropping that. Man, this has been phenomenal. Again, you're one of the guests I've been looking forward to chatting with. And this is just the beginning. I mean, you already planted the seed about the STEM camp, so I already know it's going to be more collaborations to come. And I told you I got family in Atlanta too, so maybe we can, when things open up, we can come and collab down in the A. So that would be pretty dope. But yeah, we usually ask our guests to sort of leave us with some parting words of wisdom. I know you've already given tons of value. You've already inspired me, and I know people watching this. But I'm just wondering if there are any final thoughts, a quote, advice that you've been given, some advice that you normally give, anything to just kind of close things out as you prepare to hit the stage again, Miss Public Speaker. I know you got something for us, so give us some parting words of wisdom before we say goodbye.
Well, I know I've said many words of wisdom. I'm very wise. I have my patch of gray hair in my head that I was born with. But again, as I said before, if you can see it, you can be it. But if you can't see it, then you be it. You be that first person to do it. You be that influence for the other girls and the other boys and the youth who want to do it. You be that person. Don't wait for someone else to do it. And that's it. Thank you, Dr. Nee. You are incredible. You are awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
That was a bar. I just got to say, I got to repeat it just so I can feel it a little bit more. You said, if you can see it, you can be it. But if you can't see it, then you be it. And Temple, from the bottom of my heart, you are being it. I truly, truly believe in what you're doing. We haven't got to chat like this, so this was a complete honor. So just know I support you. If there's anything STEM Media can do, we're going to do some more together. Don't hesitate to reach out. And again, regards to your family and your whole STEM Girl Swag team and movement. So thank you.
Thank you so much again for having me. Thank you, everyone watching, for watching it. Again, thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun.
Yes. We'll catch you later. Family, y'all, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me and Temple. Temple is so awesome. So make sure you go follow her, go support her. And I know that there are a couple of people in your life that will value the STEM Girl or the STEM swag box. So make sure you go support and buy that kit for somebody you know. And in case you did not remember, the STEM Media Live or STEM Media Live is brought to you by the STEM Media Network. We're in our beta mode right now at STEMmedia.com. We have on-demand videos, webinars, interviews, podcasts, and guess what, y'all? We have an online course that will be dropping very, very soon. I mentioned the titles today, Engineering Your Purpose. So look out for that. And again, continue to follow us. We do this every Sunday. We are going to have a phenomenal time in the events that are coming underway. Shout out again to our guests. Getting a lot of comments. This was so good, Miss Full Redemption. Also, I'm so proud of you, Temple, Miss Martin. Shout out to you all. Thank you so much for following us. We are going to see y'all on the flip side as we come again with another STEM Media Live. Peace.